No good man is going to want a single mum.
I've been trying to date and I've been having a problem with dating. A lot of men, like you said, are not attractive to women with 3 kids.
Do you think dating as a single mum has gone harder or easier?
Babe, it's so hard.
Being a single mom is not for the weak.
My mama married a man that provided for her kids, his kids, came home, still cooked, still clean. He cooked more than my mama did.
Your mama married a sucker.
I'm coming to you for help. Please help. As a single parent, what financial support / benefits are we entitled to?
What I am looking for in a future partner, and the biggest one is I am looking for a father for my son. I am.
I'm going to start taking applicants to stepdaddy because I'm fucking done.
I'm hiring a stepdaddy.
More men do need to show up for these kids that don't belong to them.
Oh, look at daddy.
He's not my dad, Mom.
Ava.
My dad is in jail and I miss him.
Well, how that nigga fix this shit then?
We're going to be taking a look at all of these single moms who clearly are looking for the next stepdaddy.
You know, when you're a single mum and you've had a long day working your ass off, and you just sit down, and then your son shouts, Mummy, will you play football with me? Mummy, what should we do this backflip? Mummy, come on the trampoline. Why? Really? I should have had a girl. Ask me to play dress up. I'll do that all day long. Ask me to sit and play Barbies. I'll do that all long. Why do I have to do things that involves running about? Honest to God, at this point, I'm going to start taking applicants to stepdaddy because I'm fucking done. I am. I've worn out.
I honestly didn't want to make this video because I hate asking people for help. I'm a very prideful person. But I'm currently facing eviction with my 2 children, and I'm trying to maintain our stable home. I worked very hard to get us this home, and I'm just really at my wit's end, honestly. I created a GoFundMe because I do need the help getting caught up, and I'm trying to raise $4,000 by Friday. If you can donate, thank you. If you can't, just a simple share. I'm doing everything on my end, and I really appreciate anybody who could help us. Thank you.
A lot of these single moms, they spend way too much time on the internet than actually going to find a job. They spend way too much time trying to look good than actually using that money to feed their child. They spend way too much time to upkeep than actually using that money to pay for their rent. Because I will tell you something, she has spent half that rent money, half that food money just to appear online and look a certain way and appear a certain way just to beg for it.
To my mind earlier today. You know how they have like the Big Brother program for like, your kids can have siblings? They need to do that with good men who want to be a dad to somebody. So that way there's a program to where take my kids who don't have a father, and I'm sure not going to attempt to get one because I cannot stand men in general. They make me want to throw the up in my skin crawl. But that way my kids would be able to go to a place to experience what it's like to have a dad. You know what I mean? Like, think of that. Cause someone come up with that for kids that need a dad.
I'm coming to you for help. Please help. As a single parent, what financial support / benefits are we entitled to? Can someone break it down very easily as to what we are entitled to? That would be phenomenal. That would be really great, because at the moment I can't work any more than I am already working. I work full time. I'm exhausted. Surely there's a process to make this feel a little easier than it is. Yeah. Please help. I'm on my way to work. I either am with my children or at work. Kids work. Someone please help. I'm tired. tired.
Something I've really been thinking about lately, dating as a single mom in her 30s, is how much my perspective has changed on what I am looking for in a future partner. And the biggest one is I am looking for a father for my son. I am 100%. But I remember back in the day, I remember even saying and telling potential suitors, like, I'm not looking for a father for my son. I'm not looking for a father for my son. But now I'm like, that was the dumbest shit ever. Why would I have ever said that? Because number one, my son and I are a package deal. You do not get access to me without taking him into account as well. You know what I mean? And he needs a father figure. He does. And I want to be partnered with someone that my son can look up to, someone that he can emulate. I want to be partnered with someone that my son can look at and be like, that's the type of man, father, and partner I want to be, right? And now I know that this doesn't apply to everyone, because a lot of people do, you know, have children who have active dads in their lives. That is not the case for me. And thankfully so. I am super grateful that my son does not have his dad in his life. And I know that sounds harsh, like, you know, because it's painful for him, right? Like, no one wants that. And like, in a perfect world, that's not how it would be. But my son's father is not a good person. So I would literally hate if he were actively in his life behaving the way he chooses to, because I would hate if any of those characteristics rubbed off on my kid. All that being said, no, I am looking for a father for my son. You know, you don't get off the hook. You don't get access to me without being ready to fucking step up.
The only way for this to truly hold any type of weight is if she wasn't a single mom. But it's too late, because the man that you let give you a child, that you let have access to your body, didn't have to step up, didn't have to do or meet any of these expectations that now you're telling other men to do. Is ridiculous.
I'm hiring a stepdaddy. It's a full-time position. The benefits include snacks that are tasty, and also football with my 7-year-old who constantly wants to play after work. If you think you're qualified, please apply.
Requirements that you need to have in order to date me, a single mom of 3 kids. Number 1 is that you need to be making at least $130K a year, and you need to have at least 2 side hustles. If you cannot make $130K or more, then you are out of my fucking league. How do you expect to give me money for my kids if you only make $50K a year? Second is, I don't date men that are younger than me, because for obvious reasons. So if you are 26 and over, then you qualify. 26 to 35 is the age limit. Okay, I feel like 35 is pushing it because they look old as fuck already. So I'm 26, I'm a baby, so yeah. You have to have at least 3 cars under your name. Your second car has to have 8 seats, because I have 3 kids. So I want them to be comfortable whenever we go with you on a trip or something. You want me to come with you, I'm gonna bring my kids, and you need to have enough space for my kids. So that's why I require you to have an SUV and a vehicle of your own if you're gonna be dating me. Another requirement is that you have to have a property under your name, and you have to be looking into getting your second property. You have to get a home that has 6 rooms, because each of my kids have to be in their own room. So you have to be considerate, purchase a house that has 6 rooms, because that's only common sense. Like, and if you cannot meet those requirements, then you're not the fucking one. The last requirement is that it has to be pink. If it's not pink, no. Pink and brown go together. Pink and brown, like what?
So you're on online dating and you come across this profile. Comment below, at what point are you swiping left in her requirements? So we'll start at 0. Single mom content creator looking for a stepdad for my kids. First qualification, must have a 6-figure salary. Second, must have a car that can fit all my kids comfortably or be willing to buy a van SUV. Third, you must have a 6-pack. 4, you must have no kids. 5, we should be able to move in with you ASAP. We as in her and her children. 6, you must be at least 6 feet tall. 7, must have 3+ bedrooms, 1 for us and 2 for my 2 kids. And in case any of you guys are still waiting around trying to match for her, you also have to have your own house. Don't be into video games or fishing. Be in IT. Yes, I do OnlyFans, including male actors. Don't be insecure. All right, who's left over? She's all yours. All you have to do is meet those 29 requirements. And you, yes, you can win that lucky prize of a single mother who has an OnlyFreaks account with 2 children. What a joy she will bring into your life.
I've been trying to date and I've been having a problem with dating.
The reason you're having dating challenges because you're going to attract a certain type of guy that you have, and this is no judgment, but it is what it is. You have 3 children by 3 men. You have a 1-year-old and a 2-year-old, right? So there's a very young children by 2 different men. There's only a certain type of guy that is going to be willing to be attached to you.
Yeah, because first of all, I'm very picky with my men. So I mean,
you're picky.
Really,
how?
Yeah, I'm very picky.
How are you picky? Were you picky with your baby daddies?
Yes, I was.
So why is you with them?
Because men show their true colors after so long.
But you met one baby daddy right after you had a baby, so how could you be so picky with him?
I mean, things happen. And with my 3rd baby daddy, with my 1-year-old's dad, he was just a fling. And to be honest with you, he took the condom off and nutted in me. If you want to be realistic, I was actually SA'd, but we're not going to speak on that. My dating problem is that I have is that a lot of men, like you said, are not attractive to women with 3 kids, okay, and 3 different baby daddies. They're not, and it's really hard. Oh, she's not good enough for me because she doesn't make $1 million on the internet, or she doesn't have a BBL, or her lace front is not laid good enough, so I don't want to talk to her. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are the problems that I have. It's like BBL versus natural. Oh, my natural hair, I'm ugly because I got my natural hair out. I don't have my eyelashes on, so I'm not good enough. You know what I'm saying? But if you got a woman with a lace front, her nails longer than the windows, eyelashes longer than all outdoors, she can get a man. She can get a man that's going to do whatever she wants him to do. She might not even have a place to stay. But me, because I have 3 children and I have my own place to stay and I'm doing things for myself, I still can't get a man.
The first thing that I find consistent with single moms is they never had any standards and they never will have standards. And what you have is men understand this, men see this. They don't want to have anything to do with that. They don't want to reproduce with you. And the ones that do don't have standards either. So the pool that you're in is really with people who are bottom barrel with you, because those are the only type of men that will entertain you.
So what kind of men are you looking for? Well, how old is your daughter?
She's 9 months.
So where's her father? What's going on with you guys?
He's in the hospital, so yeah, he's very ill, so I'm looking for like a stepfather.
Wait, so you broke up with him while he's in the hospital?
No, I didn't break up with him.
Were y'all not together when he went to the hospital?
Yeah, we're still together.
Wait, okay.
I'm looking for like just in case. A stepfather just in case.
Just in case if he passes away?
Right.
God have mercy. Are you a single mom?
I am.
Do you think dating as a single mom has gone harder or easier?
Babe, it's so hard.
Why is it hard?
Because personally, like, you're not a free woman no more. Like, personally, I'm not outside. Do you get it?
Where are you right now, though?
Okay, cool. I'm in Leicester Square right now.
Has anyone else as a single mum struggled with dating? Because not only are you on the tightest schedule, I'm 27. Everyone around 27 pretty much does not have children unless you had kids really young. Like, I've got 2 kids who are 5 and like almost 2. and I am struggling. It's like you date the 35-year-olds, and if they don't have kids, they probably want kids pretty quickly. You date a 40-year-old, might already have kids, might still want more, but they're pretty old for a 27-year-old. Or you date the 27-year-olds around or the 30-year-olds around your own age, but they're idiots. They're idiots. And also, for them to have the responsibility of being with me with kids, and they don't have kids, oh, it's chaos. It's chaos. And the schedule. I'm available between 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. on like a Tuesday night, or like sometimes on a Friday night and sometimes on the weekend. You got to somehow fit into that. It's hard.
The biggest idiot is you. I don't even comprehend how any of these single mums have so much time to be dating when you have young children. How do you have time when you have a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old? It hasn't even been over 5 years and you still want to go and link more men. That's what's insane. It just shows you why these single mums are single mums. They have no self-control. Every single time they have a little bit of time, they choose to want to link men, not choose to be a good mother, not choose to show their children how to make better choices, but they go and choose to find more men.
This is why I feel like dating as a single mom is harder than dating as a regular 24-year-old, okay? And this is why I'm going to tell you. Aside from the kids, I think that the hardest thing about dating as a single mom is that when you're dating someone, you're competing with other 24-year-olds who have not have children. They do not have stretch marks. They have perfect little tight little abs, and I'm over here with, my diastasis recti in my fucking abdomen, okay? On top of that, I've lost a lot of weight, but it's not like super firm. It's like jiggly, okay? Right? And then on top of that, after you're done breastfeeding, do you know what your titties look like? Have you seen titties after breastfeeding? Mine look like tube socks with a tennis ball. At 24 years old, dating, I'm competing with girls who have firm C cups. I have a saggy B. At best. At fucking best. Okay, guys? So, I'm competing with girls who are so fucking attractive. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. If anyone could give me any confidence boost, that would be great.
There's no amount of confidence boost that's going to change your reality. Any confidence boost at this point is just going to be utter delusional or a cope or just a straight up lie.
As a single mom, it is so hard to date. Like, I feel like I do not have the energy, the capacity, or the time to go out with these people because I'm almost like, if you're taking time from me and my kids, you need to be worth it. And then I go on the date for 5 minutes and I'm just like, I'm paying a babysitter right now. I had to beg my mother. To watch these kids for you. And in the middle of the date, I'm just like pissed off. Like, I'm so irritated that I hired a babysitter or that I had to beg my family for you. So guys, can we please really consider not wasting a single mom's time on a date? And I'm not trying to be like that girl, but it's just, man, it is not easy.
So here's the fun part about dating as a newly single mom of 4. I was going to meet somebody this afternoon. I organised a babysitter and I hadn't had a final confirmation from them, but if I didn't organise the babysitter, then it definitely wasn't going to happen. So I organised the sitter, told myself to be disassociated. I've got different errands that I can run, like if it doesn't happen. Anyway, didn't hear back from this person, which is fine, but it's just a bit of a I don't know, it's just facing that rejection or just the fact that I've just paid for a babysitter for nothing. But I did go get my nails done. I did do some errands and some shopping that I needed to do, and then I took myself out for dinner. So I've still had a nice night and I had a night off putting the kids to sleep. So it's a bonus, but it's just disappointing. It's just disappointing.
What is starting to look like, single moms are just addicted to men. You're just addicted to being frivolous. You're addicted to being promiscuous. You're addicted to the attention and the idea that these men want you. And it has nothing to do with even looking for a stepfather. Because the truth is, they are more concerned with going out with men, getting what they can from men. They're not really concerned about the children, because how quick they are to dump those children just so they can go out with men that they don't know.
What do you do?
calling all men, especially if you agree with this comment, that you wouldn't want to be with a single mom, especially as a man with no kids. Okay, I would love to hear the reasons why. If you agree with this, if you agree with what he said, I would love to know what the fuck your deal is. So leave a comment, please explain. Don't just leave some bullshit. I need explanations of your reasons why. Like, it doesn't matter on the woman and her personality and like what she's got going on. Like, just, it's an automatic no if they have kids. Please tell me.
It is an automatic no. You are unfinished business. You are another man's leftover. Now, what man on earth would want that and his child? It's almost like you're acting oblivious to the fact that you failed. Generally speaking, men don't want failures. And that's what a lot of you single moms are, if not all.
And yes, I've been crying. I met someone when I was out one time, and the guy was really nice, really wholesome. The interaction was beautiful. I thought, okay, why not? Why not give him my number? We were talking for a couple days, right? Not even a week and we've been talking, and just received a message. So everything was going good, guys. Consistent messaging, nice questions, like, not that I was getting carried away, but I just thought, wow, like, this is just falling in my lap. Like, I didn't go out there looking for it, and he's just turned up. Maybe this could be something. Let's read the message, shall we? Okay. He said, "Hey, Natalie, I want to be open and upfront with you because you deserve that without a doubt. I really enjoyed speaking to you, even in this short time. When we first met, you did tell me about having kids. Don't get me wrong, I don't regret my decision in taking your number because I've enjoyed getting to know you." As I'm reading this, I'm like, oh, I know where this is going. I know where it's going. I know you mentioned that you were ready to settle down and find love again. Although the kids is of course a big factor to consider, I think in my head that maybe I would ease to that thought the more I got to know you, but I'm not sure it completely has. Despite the fact I think we have a lot in common, you're an amazing person, attractive, driven, funny, and I just wouldn't want to be wasting your time and potentially blocking your blessing. We love a self-aware man. Now, I'll be real. As you can see, my eyes are a bit puffy. I cried, right? And it wasn't because I had any feelings towards him. I barely know the guy. But just being rejected because of your children, it stings. It stings because it's not something you can say, oh, do you know what? I can just work on that. Oh, I can change that. I can improve that. No, my kids are here. They ain't going nowhere. So it's like, oh, what do you want me to do?
Honestly, she did get some feelings for him. She's just lying. She not only developed feelings for this man, she also developed feelings for the idea of this being a husband, of this being a stepfather. All the things that she wanted in a man, he had. That was what she was looking for, and it happened so spontaneously. It was almost a perfect scenario, a perfect story that she could be able to tell. It ticked all of her boxes. So naturally, she would have developed feelings. And a lot of these single mums develop feelings very quickly, or they would have never become single mums. The truth is, in that moment, she was not only crying because she developed feelings, but she was also crying out of regret. She regrets the choices that she made, and she regrets those children. A lot of times, these single moms do not want to admit that their children are holding them back from a relationship that they truly want. And that's not something you hear them talk about enough because they don't really want to blame the children for their failures because it never is the children's fault. But at the end of the day, this man was looking for a wife and he realized a single mom isn't going to be one.
What do you want me to do?
What women should do is marry before they have a child, because this is what happens. You are too old, too many miles to be demanding high prices. What women in your position should do is be fortunate to lower your expectations down to your level. You can't get higher than your level. You're lucky if you find a guy who's willing to marry you and be a stepfather to a child, period. Because being a stepfather, which I have been one, is a thankless job. Much less to a stepfather to a guy by your own admission is not the caliber of a man you even wanted to marry. This is why women should marry your child's father and don't make babies with a man you're not going to be with for the rest of your life. Really, that's the answer. because anything after this is trying to make the best of a bad situation. And I know it's not popular, and I know people don't like the way it sounds, but the older you get, the more women tend to want. You tend to want men who are earning more, doing more, to be able to provide more, because your standards are higher because of lived experience, but your value is lower. You cannot get more in the main. Yes, there are women out there who can do it, but in the main, the majority of women cannot. Would you marry a man who's making $45,000 a year?
I mean, close to it, sure. If he had ambition.
There's always an add-on when I ask these questions. I said making $45,000 a year. He's happy making $45,000 a year.
No, I couldn't be satisfied with that. That type of complacency.
Then you screwed yourself.
And like a single mom, it's like, what if I never find that person? Like, what if I'm genuinely alone for the rest of my life? I have a son, but I want to be so loved, and I want to experience that with somebody. Like, not a lot of people talk about this. I just want to be so genuinely, deeply loved by someone. They say good things come to people who wait. I'm waiting. Like, I've been waiting. Like, what if this is my life forever? It literally keeps me up at night. What if I will always be alone forever? Honestly, freaking gut-wrenching.
When I say that women are not supposed to be raising little boys by themselves, I mean that shit. Every time I turn around, my son is consistently getting into trouble. No matter what I do, my son is always getting into trouble. I buy my son everything that he needs. I buy him clothes. I buy him shoes. I make sure he get everything at home. I allow him to do so many things that other kids don't even have the opportunity to do. But every time I turn around, my son is consistently going to school, acting an ass. This is why I say fathers need to be in their kids' life. Because of shit like this. I feel like us as mother, we can only do so much. I'm so sick and tired of being the one that has to discipline him all the time. And yes, I have reached out to his father on multiple occasions. I have called this man. I have told this man that he needs to be in his son's life because his son is literally going down the same path that he is going down. I am just so over it, and I am so sick and tired of feeling like I am doing this shit by myself. I have literally did everything that I could possibly do. My son is consistently getting into trouble. Every time I turn around, he wants to follow up after everybody. And I'm like, I ain't never raised you to be no follower, so why are you doing the shit that you're doing? I'm literally starting to get to the point where I am running out of patience, and I don't know what to do at this point. Because now he has got kicked out of his after-school program because he wants to follow up after another little kid. I just don't understand why his father can run around freely and do whatever the hell he want to do, while I'm sitting over here raising these kids all by myself.
What I don't understand is, how could you run around and do whatever you wanted to do and not think about the consequences of that same action that you did with that baby dad? It's the same questions they need to ask themselves. How could you sleep with a man that didn't want to marry you? How could you sleep with a man who didn't want to commit to you? How could you sleep with a man who clearly doesn't want to be a committed father either? The same question females ask about men, about dating, they need to start asking themselves, because that's the real answer to your problems.
Any man that's in the dating world that thinks that a woman with children is baggage shouldn't be dating. And I think that that's an insult to motherhood. And
How is it insulting? If you're a single mother dating a man with no kids, at some point you are expecting this man to provide and protect your kid. If he doesn't do that, you're not really going to look at him as a man. Now, does this man have authority to discipline your kids?
I would call my baby daddy and he will be getting his ass beat.
Okay, so
because you're not touching my son. You're my boyfriend. That's just not going to happen.
No.
That's my child.
The part that's crazy is you can't see that another man has to take on all of this responsibility, but he doesn't have the same authority as the man that you're not even with.
That's his business, and that's what he does. And
this is why it's an L. Responsibility without authority is essentially slavery. And it's like 2 against 1. This nigga come home walking on eggshells. Oh, Dean, I gotta please her and please this little bad, little nasty, little gremlin looking kid. Dad, I gotta please both of y'all. He's in the ultimate form of simpery.
It's actually 3 against 1 because she made it clear that she's going to get her baby dad to fight the stepdad. It is the ultimate L because you're not only walking around eggshells with the mother and the child, but also the man, the father as well, who ultimately will always have the main authority. So realistically speaking, what are the incentives for any stepfather to be involved? Because essentially there isn't any. You are always going to be in a submissive position.
Being a single mom is not for the weak. Being a single mom who actually does it all with no child support and does not have the ability to co-parent is not for the weak. Being a Black single mom who does it all on her own without the ability to co-parent is not for the weak. Not only because we're doing a job meant for two people all on our own, but on top of that, we are ostracized from society. No one cares about our mental health. Nobody cares to help us. And we are blamed for the failures of men. We are blamed for being the parent who stayed. We are blamed for being the parent who figures it out no matter what life throws at us. And I think we should be damn proud of that. And I also think that anyone who has never, ever, ever, ever been even close to our position should shut the fuck up expeditiously. You would not survive a day in our shoes.
I mean, that is exactly what smart people do. They make sure that they make choices that they can live with. And that's not you single moms. So people are going to make comments about the reality that you females continuously complain about the baby dads that you sleep with and complain about. So until single moms also expeditionally shut up, then why should anybody else?
It's always going to be a simp that's willing to deal with whatever it is that he's willing to deal with. It's going to be a dude that fucked her. He's going to make sure that he got the best out of her. And then she's going to come back to you. And then you're going to propose to her. And then you're going to be a step baby daddy as a result of it. It's always going to be a simp. So we never ever going to be able to make the progress. But I think the real one should protest marriage based off of what it is that they see today, because it's a lose-lose situation. Never become a stepfather. No man that has no kids that is at the top of his game. Listen, you're not even going to be at the top of your earnings until you in your late 50s, early 60s. She sees the potential in your greatness. That's why she's trying to get you while you in college. So no man should ever subject himself to the idea of marriage based off of the standards that we have today. Why would you become great, make all of the sacrifices, and then go and take care of another man's kids? What benefit is that to you? Them kids don't even give a fuck about you. They don't even like you. They don't even look like you.
Stepfathers are not beneficial to the child or to the man. The only person that it really does benefit is the single mom, because overall, this is a stranger that you're letting in. Now the child has to readjust what they are missing with their own father with another man. They have to build this relationship that they really don't want to, because their mother doesn't want to be alone. Their mother wants to use another man for benefits and her own incentives, whilst the man also now has to be in a submissive position to that child, the baby dad and the mother, just so he can sleep with her. Overall, everybody's taking it out except for the single mom, because that's the only person that it's really for. That's the only person it really benefits. This is why single moms don't make good mothers. This is why single moms are single moms. They don't make wise choices. They don't make smart choices. They make choices that are always centered around themselves and what they want, no matter who it hurts and no matter who it takes from.